Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to day 3 of Manifest Your Most Abundant Life series. If you're just checking this out, I would invite you to go to the first day because that gives the explanation of what we're doing. All right, so if you are ready to begin, I invite you to close your eyes, taking a couple of deep breaths. If you are open and receptive to receive an energy activation for your highest and best good, say yes. I'm connecting to you now energetically, and I invite you to bring your intentions into your mind. Feeling yourself as your ideal now. Feeling yourself, knowing yourself in this moment to have what you desire, to be who you desire. Right now, no separation. Calling upon the energy of Neville and Abdullah, all master beings of manifestation, benevolent beings who can assist you today. And the passage that we pulled from today is about revision, one of my favorite topics and something that I personally changed my present circumstances using revision more than once, and it's really trippy, but it works. All right. Our future is our imaginal activity in its creative march. Imagine better than the best you know. To revise the past is to reconstruct it with new content. Man should daily relive the day as he wished he had lived it, revising the scenes to make them conform to his ideals. For instance, suppose today's mail brought disappointing news. Revise the letter, mentally rewrite it, and make it conform to the news you wish you had received. Then, in imagination, read the revised letter over and over, and this will arouse a feeling of naturalness. And the imaginal acts become facts as soon as we feel natural in the act. This is the essence of revision, and revision results in repeal. This is exactly what FB did. And he gives a little bit of a success story. I'm going to skim over it for the sake of time. And this is what FB wrote. Late in July, I wrote to a real estate agent of my desire to sell a piece of land which had been a financial burden to me. His negative reply listed all the reasons why sales were at a standstill in that area. And then she received the message, and this person went into their imagination and reread this letter from this agent saying exactly what they had wished to hear. So they revised it in their imagination. 3 days later, the agent I had originally written phoned me saying that he had a deposit for my lot at the price I had specified. I signed the papers in his office the next day, extended my hand, and said, "Thank you, sir." The agent replied, "It was a pleasure doing business with you." 5 days after I had constructed and enacted an imaginal scene, it became physical reality and was played word for word just as I had heard it in my imagination. So we're going to do some revision. Time is an illusion. We know this. So just as we can imagine and create by imagining a future event, we shift our present and our future by reimagining something that happened. I invite you now to bring forth into your mind something from your past that you would like to rewrite to change your present day. So maybe it is the last time you looked at your bank balance and you saw a certain number. Well, in your mind, you are going to go back to that point in time, look at that bank balance, and see the number of your desire. Maybe it's a conversation that you had with somebody, or a non-communication with somebody, and go back and revise that to having the ideal conversation, to hearing what you want to hear. So I'm just going to hold space for you and allow you several minutes to choose an event, or you could even do this quickly and have a couple, and revise the past. I'll be silent now and give you space to do this. And if you just are choosing one scene, repeat it. Repeat it until we begin to ground in this session, until it begins to feel natural. Every time I've ever revised, it's only changed things ideally. So if anybody is feeling nervous about doing this, don't. It will only be in alignment for absolutely everybody and ideal. About another minute before we begin to close this session. Continue to repeat your revisional act. Now let it go and know that you have just changed your past and your present and your future in alignment with your ideal. This is something that you can do anytime that you think of something, a memory that triggers you. You can revise it. And the very crazy thing is, you will start to remember it differently a lot of times, but even crazier is other people either won't remember something happened, or they'll remember it differently, or there will be, like, you can do anything. You can miraculously heal people by just envisioning them as always healthy. I mean, you can go, I've done this with childhood trauma. It's an incredibly powerful technique. So I invite you if it feels right. As you go to sleep tonight, revise your day and live the perfect day. Or any time that you have something pop into your mind that might be triggering, revise it on the spot and know that in your imagination, you literally change it. Just clearing out your energy field. Disconnecting from the session, so be it and so it is. We give thanks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really loving how this just is intuitively bringing up all these different parts of these teachings. So this is really fun. Okay, I will talk with you tomorrow. Bye.